Show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton.
People like me.
That's some booty, Jim.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Everyone is so mean to me.
I am Jim Rutledge.
You never go full Rutledge.
There is not a lot of things more satisfying than...
So you're not special.
Yeah,
it's
so
special.
You're picking on some special people.
No.
I definitely have a visceral dislike for the Bears fan.
I'm sick of hearing the Bears fan take on this.
Well, because here's the thing, though. The Bears are bad, and so they own
Broadcasting
themselves.
live from the Everlight Solar Studio with Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
It's me, that a-hole Bear fan. People like me.
You're just saying what we're all thinking.
Me?
Yeah.
You all think I'm an a-hole, huh?
No, just the
Here's
a-hole
the
Bear
thing.
fan.
You're all gonna... I'm not going anywhere. You're not gonna
We
miss a
like
bad
your
guy
takes
like me.
sometimes. Sometimes you're a little harsh on the
Sometimes you
Packers.
need someone to call you out on your BS. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
We are live from the Everlight Solar Studio. I am Rutledge. He is Hamilton. And thanks for listening to the show yesterday. Nestor Rodriguez joined the show from Carbon World Health. So did David Kaplan.
All that house music in the background.
House music. And you and I could not have felt more out of place as everyone was basically...
It's weird when
the last
everyone
half an
else
hour
is
show.
moving and
Yeah.
you're sitting.
Right. Well, they weren't really moving because they were on stationary bikes. But they were like...
They were
around
sweating
and around
more
on
than
the
we
street.
were.
They were doing that, absolutely. And that takes a lot because, Matt, you're a sweaty fella.
Yeah,
like, you
sometimes
were
just
getting worked
sitting
up.
here.
And, yeah.
Just hearing those takes from you and Kaplan got me to sweat a little bit because that is ludicrous. That was ludicrous.
Those takes were, and I saw it's being aggregated a lot of places, not from our show, but from David Kaplan's show. And again, if you missed that, listen back, Wisconsin on the Man, Apple, Spotify, or Wisconsin on the Man, wherever it is you listen to podcast. And we're going to have Evan Cohen join the show from Unsportsmanlike next segment. But Cap said that basically, I forgot the numbers he gave. I think it was 4,360 yards and 36 touchdowns, something like that for Caleb Williams, which would top what Jordan Love did in year one. And I actually am starting to come around to the idea that I think Caleb Williams will have a better year one as a starter than Jordan Love had at year one.
I know, that's the crazy take.
I don't think so. There's a lot of weapons around him. He is viewed as a more ready prospect. So I think he's going to come in and play well right away. Cap shared the story. Caleb Williams up all night texting coaches at 11 o'clock asking this and that and whatever.
Yeah.
I like it. He's ready to go, Matt
It's a
Hamilton.
curse of the Bear uniform for quarterbacks. They just have no swag the second they put on that navy and orange.
He's got
is
swag.
gone.
Justin Fields has
No,
swag.
he has swag. It's not there when you're wearing blue and orange.
Oh, the swag, I'll give Bear quarterbacks that. Cutler had it. Fields had it. But not talent.
On the field.
They weren't putting up the stats to back up their swag. Like Justin Fields and Jay Cutler, better hangs than most Packer quarterbacks.
Yeah, so, I don't know if that's necessarily what I mean by swag.
They were confident. Like Justin Fields, you're running by everyone, you're making big plays. If you want to talk about abilities, obviously Love and Rodgers and Favre more talented, but
the last quarterback for the Bears that had swag was Rex Grossman.
See, now you're just saying things.
No, dude.
Sexy Rexy?
Yeah.
But Jay Cutler had swag.
Jay Cutler had a certain
I think the word
air
that
about him. I wouldn't say swag, though. That guy just had an attitude.
But he had a swagger, which is short. He did not give a bleep.
Yeah.
That's swag.
Yeah, I'm not so sure
though.
that's swag.
It is, though.
just because you don't give a bleep doesn't mean you have swag.
Swag is kind
Could
of
just
something
mean
that
you don't
people
care and
look
you
up
should
to.
care more.
People
But he had
want
swag.
that. People didn't look at Cutler and be like, I want to have that I don't care attitude.
But that's not swag.
Swag is something that you want and
No,
look. Yeah,
no. Not
Can I
everyone wants
chime in as
swag.
the young
This
person
guy,
on the
This guy
on the
doesn't
panel?
want swag.
Yeah.
Primetime doesn't know what swag is. If there's someone, the anti-swag.
Prime would take swag if he could attain it, but he knows that not everyone has it.
He's the anti-swag. Pressure.
Oh, because Jim Rutledge over there in his polo that he wears every day, the swaggiest host at ESPN Wisconsin. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my
That I'm
gosh.
swaggy?
Thank you for
But
being
I
my
do
presence.
look good in my Iron Jock, I'll tell you that.
Well, clearly it is Iron Jack. We are all wearing Iron Jack on today's show. It's
true.
Why?
But
Are you cold? Are you sick?
I just didn't want to be wearing the same thing Matt was.
But, I'm saying you have a zip-up fleece on and then also a long sleeve workout
T-shirt,
shirt
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Well, the long sleeve workout shirt is very loose. It's a very light trim.
It's breathable.
It's incredibly breathable. I feel like I'm wearing a
the
t-shirt.
fleece you're wearing is not.
Well, it's very cold in this office, and also in the producer's room, it is frigid. It is freezing cold because of all the computers in there. But
Also, where do you work? That's not even our station.
It's from Tom Olson after he left. He went to ESPN Cleveland. He used to have an ESPN Milwaukee fleece, and he gave things away.
Tom Olson, our old market manager.
Yes. I thought I would wear it in memory of Tom Olson. I apologize. Well, when people leave, they die. That's what happened, Jim.
They're dead to Ryan Walsh. There you go. If you were unaware, you are dead to Ryan Walsh.
Didn't you say that Alex Strofe was dead to us?
Who?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. that's
Irrelevant.
No idea. Irrelevant.
But I wanted to interject.
Yeah. What's your take on swag?
I was just going to say, Matt, that the word you're looking for nowadays is not swag. The word that the kids are using is aura. Aura, A-U-R-A.
I'm going to take a pause. We do have our social media queen, Maddie Hayes, sitting in here. Is aura the word? I'm not trusting prime time on this. What is the
Riz
new...
already done?
That's a different.
What's
That's a
the
different.
totally
Totally
swag?
different thing.
You could think on that. Just yell it out when you got it. Riz. Oh, so she
Yeah.
goes with
Well,
Riz.
Riz is for when it's trying to riz up another person, trying to get a girl or get a man. Aura is more about the way you carry yourself, the way you the sense or
But
sort
why are you
of
saying aura? Aura's
It's the word people use on Twitter now, Jim. I don't know what to tell
aura
you.
is
It's a social media thing.
I guess what
I didn't
oldest
invent
do,
it.
aura,
Yeah,
is
come back
something my
around.
grandpa would say.
Exactly.
She had a beautiful. Your grandmother had an aura to her, and I was drawn, drawn in.
It's kind of a.
Yes.
It's
but,
retro. It's a vintage.
Betty
word
White had an
choice.
aura.
but that's exactly what it is. It's about the idea of people are just drawn to this individual.
So
Like
if I'm
Caleb
not-
Williams,
saying,
people
so
are
if
I'm
drawn
not
to him.
attracted to Jay Cutler, then he doesn't have an aura.
No, my thing is Jay Cutler.
he could.
He didn't
Rectangle
draw
squares?
anyone in.
You
He
just don't
he
like
just
Jay
is
Cutler.
what he is.
He
No,
drew people in.
I honestly have gotten a kick out of Jay Cutler, so I wouldn't say I don't like him.
Well,
I just
I've shared
wouldn't
this
say
tape
that
before.
it's swag.
Aaron Rodgers and Jay Cutler are the same person. One's just much better at football.
I'm not saying Rodgers has swag either.
He had swag.
anymore. He did.
When he was on the Packers
Now
and
he's
doing the
like-
whole, yeah. Well, now
He had his own. He had his own thing going on.
I think he drank his own swag, and this is the problems he's got going on right now. Because I don't know what is going on with Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, aliens, man.
Aliens, God knows what. Aliens would honestly be more acceptable. If he was a pro alien guy, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Harmless.
I'm sure he is.
Probably.
You don't get into all the other stuff without getting into aliens.
What is your-
That's
what
like
is-
the gateway
I
conspiracy.
was just going to say, what is the gateway conspiracy? 844-770-3776. What do you think the gateway conspiracy? Please keep this light.
Aliens. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, Jim, I don't think we want to read off any of these
by
answers.
light, I mean ridiculous ones like aliens or the world is flat or we didn't land on the moon.
Egyptians were in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, like that. Other than that, please. Little kid stuff. My weather theory. Just chill.
Weather's not real.
PG rated conspiracy, because that's how you get in. You start with a PG conspiracy, which is oh, maybe we didn't land on the moon. Moon
Disney
landing one.
puts little Easter eggs in all their movies,
What's that?
like subliminal advertising in Disney.
So what?
Subliminal. Is that the word?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I think you threw an
I was
extra
trying
B.
to think
I think
about
you threw
what
an
it
extra
was.
B the first time.
Subliminal.
Giannis, that's gonna pull it.
Yeah, I get tongue-tied.
You're a wordsmith.
I am a wordsmith. That is something I've been described as quite frequently.
Speaking of wordsmith, Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman, and Chris Canty on Sportsmanlike, they were talking about annoying fan bases, which my general feeling on this is that any fan base that isn't yours is going to annoy you. But let's hear what they had to say from this morning. Swag.
Sports fan bases?
I agree with that.
I had it.
Ooh, I love
Lost it.
Sorry, I lost my swag.
What about your aura?
The Packers are a non-offensive fan base. The Packers fans don't want no smoke. The Packers fans, they cheer on their team. I feel like they're sober-minded. They can be relatively objective when it comes to sports fan bases.
I agree with that. They understand their place in the sports universe, and they're
Yes.
good with it. And that they're confident in themselves
yes.
because of that, because of the history.
I would disagree. I think Packer fans are self-important. They think it's cool they wear cheese on their head. They think it's cool that they spend money on worthless pieces of paper. They think it's cool that they live in the chain restaurant capital of the world. They think it's cool they live a half an hour from the stinkiest place in the world.
If he changed every time he said think with no, that would have been a complete sentence that I could have gotten down with.
Gotcha.
I know we're the coolest for
Self-important.
being a group of fans that realize we're buying a piece of paper that's just benefiting the team for upgrades to the stadium and things like that. We are cool with going to Green Bay, the chain restaurant capital of the world. You want food? You know what you're gonna get everywhere you go in Green Bay. Plus, there is some fun other things. So, like, let's not
and then when you
just
drive through,
pretend.
where's the stinky? Is it Kimberly or Kaukauna? Where's the stinky?
Kaukauna.
When you drive through Kaukauna, that's where you've been holding it in all
That's
trip?
how you know you're halfway to
I
Green
was
Bay.
gonna say,
This
like-
is the fart time
Yeah, I
in
was
the
just going to
car.
say, that's when you can let go.
Yeah.
Now, I want to just share this quick story about driving through Kaukauna. It was with ESPN Madison teammates, and there was a couple of them that were newer that I guess had not driven through Kaukauna, at least during the stinkiest times. And they thought, because I referenced it later, they thought someone had, like, essentially died. Because if that came out of that smell that is in Kaukauna, if that came out of a human being, like, you should take them directly to the hospital. Right? And we all could agree on that. Like,
Do you have a paper mill inside you?
so, like, she thought one of our teammates had basically decided to pass gas to a toxic level in the car on the way up to the Packer game. And then, like, later on, I think I was driving her back, and she was, like, it was just the two of us coming back, and she smelled it again, and she goes, "Oh, is this what this
It was
town
you
smells
the
like?"
first time.
No, because I actually made the joke. I'm like, just so you know, we're going through Kaukauna. This isn't me coming up here. And then she goes, "Oh," and she didn't know that was a thing.
What you should have done is waited till you got to Kaukauna and then blamed her. Like, this is true. You're like, "Oh my gosh, that is terrible." What? And just see how she, like, squirmed, got a little nervous about it. Because whoever is first to that punch is going to, like, get the LOL and make the other person uncomfortable.
That is true. If you're looking to elevate your outdoor living space, the Bruce Company is Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. All the latest styles and colors, all made with durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. Many sets. You know what? I'm just put this out there. All that rain and wind and everything a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I'm replacing the
That
non-Bruce
real
Company.
weather we got?
Well, I'll tell you what. My chairs from the Bruce Company didn't care. They didn't go anywhere. They just sat there and said, it was like Forrest Gump. Or no, Gary Sinise in the movie Forrest Gump, where he's like, you cannot sink this boat. Those chairs were like, you cannot move me off this porch. And all my non-Bruce Company stuff went flying off the porch. And my two Bruce Company chairs stayed, which is why I'm going back there sooner than later to go pick out some more furniture from the Bruce Company. Let the trained staff at the Bruce Company bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts. We're going to be joined by Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Next, this is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at two convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Hey, it's Alex Stroh. Summer's coming quick. You better celebrate it right with my friends from Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in Door County. Talk about classic. How about that green bottle of gin? The multiple-time award-winning single malt whiskey. And when it comes to Door County, you can't leave out the cherry-flavored vodka. Find them all at a retailer near you or check out their website with a huge list of unique cocktail recipes at DoorCountyDistillery.com. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
No sleep till!
Matt, who's to blame on this?
Ryan.
So, I think that's where I'm going with.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But for the second straight year, Rutledge and Hamilton has been nominated as the best radio team in Madison by Madison Magazine. This year, we want to win the damn thing. So throughout the month of June...
It's just an honor to be nominated.
All right, Susan Lucci. You didn't know who she was before this, but after this month and a half long thing we're going to be doing here, you're going to know who Susan Lucci is. But you can vote for Rutledge and Hamilton each and every day as the best radio team in Madison at MadisonMagazine.com/BOM. That's MadisonMagazine.com/BOM. Voting begins June 1st. So, just so I'm not insane here, right here it says Evan Cohen joins the show for segment 2. Now, to be fair, we did get a text earlier.
It said 4:30.
The text said 4:30.
Right.
But
I did think he was coming on 15 minutes earlier, though, because of the show sheet.
Did you guys see our pre-show tweet?
No.
Oh, really? You liked it?
No, because I'm focusing on my job.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'll like it.
Came out an hour before the start of the show, by the way.
I was dialing in. I was going through all the scores from all the big games.
Yeah, what did you think of last night's game? Which game happened last night?
It's a good one.
What was it?
It was a good
Who played?
game. I'm going to go Wolves played the Mavericks.
Take that for data.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done,
And
Matt
I think
Hamilton.
the Mavericks won based on the group chat and the vibe that I got. Is
Which
that true?
group chat?
My curling team's group chat.
Yeah, I was going to say,
His
we were not
favorite
texting
team.
all
about the
Minnesota,
game.
all Minnesota guys.
Well, that's fair. All right, well, that would be why he was aware.
See?
844-770-3776. How you get into the show. This is Rutledge and Hamilton. He's Hamilton. I'm Rutledge. So we had entry-level, PG-rated conspiracy theories that we like. What conspiracy theory to get Aaron Rodgers going in all this? So we had...
What was his gateway conspiracy theory?
Exactly. the THC of conspiracy theories here. So, explaining Zoomer language to Rutledge needs to be a regular segment. That's from Chris and Middleton. JJ and Ponette chimes in.
Take that for data.
Birds aren't real would be the
I like that one.
one there. And then 330 chimes in with Illuminati is real.
Okay. I mean, starting to get past the PG stuff. Not quite. Illuminati is kind of a well-known conspiracy.
That's about to be in a Pixar movie. There's going to be a movie about, the Illuminati, running things, and it's going to be, a big joke. It's going to be they made Cars, and they made Wall-E.
They want you to think that.
Yeah, exactly.
They want you to think it's a big joke. That's how they stay hidden.
Wait, are you serious or not? I don't even know.
Well, did you hear one of the fun conspiracy theories is that they made the movie Frozen to get, because when you used to search Disney Frozen, it was all the conspiracy that Walt Disney froze himself to be brought back to life when they figured out a cure for cancer or something, right? Now they made Frozen to like just bury that search. It's way harder to find. You have to be way more specific because Disney Frozen is like its own thing. So that's probably one that Aaron Rodgers was diving into.
You think so?
Yeah, that Walt Disney is in a cryo chamber underneath the Magic King Castle. Yeah,
that one is more of like, who cares? I mean, if he wants to freeze himself, have at it, man.
You've never heard that
different.
one? You've never heard that?
I've heard that
theory?
one, but like, I honestly assumed it was true. I could care less.
No, I think the frozen
that's a
head
good
thing is true. Like, that's 100% true. It's the
That
conspiracy of trying to, like, suppress it.
Yeah, so
releasing a
people
whole
don't
movie.
all know about it. They just came up with, like, the best animated movie ever.
Did you hear about this
at
in the
time.
same group chat as last night's T-Wolves Mavs game?
No,
Is this all the conversation
This
in
was
that
in a
group?
different chat.
Different chat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Reddit-
dark web.
A Reddit chat?
Yeah, no, way shadier, way seedier than that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We were trying. Well, I was trying to do my research for today's show when we were talking conspiracy.
Jim's looking at you like I've never seen before.
No, Matt's a little bit. He dances around some of the weird PG conspiracy theories, but thankfully
Yeah,
Matt
I
has
love
not.
PG conspiracy theories. Just hearing about them.
Now, birds aren't real is hilarious to me. Like that, I love that one because it's so dumb. But like, and that's like almost innocuous because isn't it? I thought the birds aren't real is also like an internet hoax.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a joke. It's a meme
Yes,
online.
but like I feel like there's probably people out there that have bought into this.
Of course.
But like the flat Earth one, they're so militant in how stupid they are that it's not fun anymore. Like so, it's just like so. Some of them, even if they are PG, or like Buzz Aldrin punched a man in the face because the guy was harassing him about not landing on the moon. So like those aren't fun anymore.
That's the reaction of a guy who's hiding something.
Clearly.
Yes, because that's how you'd react. Like, did Matt? That's my new conspiracy theory. Team Schuster didn't actually win a gold. That's just what I believe, man.
There's fake
You just have
footage?
here's a fake gold medal. It's just chocolate in it.
It's not made it's gilded.
It's gilded. It's not all gold. It's just
I mean, technically it is.
see.
It's not all gold. So you're
I proved
only
my
part
conspiracy
right.
theory right.
They haven't made a solid gold medal since the 80s.
That's when gold medals were real. Every Olympics since the 1980s has been fake and staged. All to make Americans feel better about themselves.
I think you're right.
There you go. Break it down. Put it on the board. I just created and then solved a conspiracy theory right here on Rutledge Hamilton.
Okay.
844-770-3776. We did ask a poll question earlier because Ryan is in on this one. He called me earlier. It's like, we need to get this one out because I want to get in front of KBN. I don't want them to be able to steal this sweet, sweet poll question.
I am excited.
So the sweet, super innovative poll question that we did not want stolen was, which fan base is the most annoying? Bears, Vikings, or Lions? And,
I would say Jim Rutledge.
we know where Ryan is voting here. But 61% of people say Bears fans, but not a rivalry. But Vikings fans at 35%, and then Lions fans at 4%. I wear this as a badge of honor. That means this is a rivalry. This means we're under your skin again because you're worried. But
We've always thought the Bears, like, here's the thing. We've played you more than any other team. We can't say you're not a rival when we're one of the oldest rivalries in all of sports, and Packer fans wear that like a badge of honor because we're one of the oldest teams out there, and so are the Bears, and this rivalry is something that we're both a part of. Like, we can lean into it. It just hasn't felt like a rivalry for a while. Is
so
all
like
we're
this is
getting
the part that gets me. It's like fans be like, "Oh, this isn't a rivalry." Like,
well,
we
it's
win all the
starting
time.
to feel like one again.
Right,
You guys
but, like,
believe
also,
again.
Like, you don't play in the games. Like, so, like, for your part of it, it should always, like, you have nothing to do with them winning or losing.
What are you
so
talking
what does it
about? If
matter?
I wear the wrong jersey, I could affect the outcome of the game.
So, like, I'm going to write that down for annoying fan base.
Where I watch the game, like, if I watch that with Colts fan Derek, we're losing. He is the worst luck of all time for me watching sports with that man. I will never watch a game I'm invested in with my friend Derek anymore. Because he's a jinx.
Now, to be fair, if you texted me during the Bear game, I think you guys learned this last year. I said, I'm not responding during the Bears-Packer game, so don't bother. Like, I said it nicely. I did have to put it out there.
Thank you. That's all right. I'd rather you come back to that. come back and so you can go through and just remember emotionally throughout the game how that went.
Look, I don't think those scars don't go away quickly. Vikings from Wisco Nation. Vikings, and it's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
They've never won anything yet. All they do is trash talk.
Yep. The Vikings are the most annoying for me, though. I honestly, I don't mind the Bear fan. I do think the rivalry's fun.
Prime, you hate the Bears fans? Is that what that is for you?
I think Lions fans in themselves are the least annoying. Vikings fans most annoying as people.
Here's
I think
the
my
thing.
proximity to Bears fans makes them the most annoying for me.
One of my thoughts on the Lions, though, is they've been the lovable losers for so long that now that they're starting to catch their stride, if they say they do something, say they make it to a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl, like, are they still going to be that fun fan base, or are they going to get way worse now that their head gets a little too big for that stadium they built?
I mean, that's every fan base, though, right? As soon as they start to get real success, they become cockier and they start feeling themselves more. But the Lions haven't had that for the longest time, I think, of the NFC
That's
North
what I
teams.
mean. So that's why we just don't remember.
Remember?
Or maybe
Was
not
that
even
ever?
remember. Maybe we just don't know what Lions fans are capable of with a good
Honestly, Matt,
team.
if anyone's going to remember, it's you back in like the 1950s. That was the last time they won like any championships, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Outside of a division title, right? So, I mean, like, Lions fans, I can see why, but that's why they're probably the least annoying to me.
Mm-hmm. Northland, Wisconsin chimes in, which I think kind of touches on Matt's point because this person is from Northwest Wisconsin. So, like, I feel like there's a particular fan base that gets under their skin.
Yeah.
Not even close. It's Vikings. People vote for the Bears. Haven't really been to Northwest Wisconsin. Bear fans like the little brother we tease. Viking fans are like the annoying neighbor who thinks of himself really highly for no good reason and basically lets everyone know every time they do anything nice, but even though it's not as good as what we do. I think that's very specific to people in the Northwest because like Viking fans, like from my the Vikings and the Lions don't even register to me. Like I don't care. Like I don't know enough Viking fans is a big part of it.
Oh,
but I
that's
also think
brutal.
that like there's one thing that does make me laugh is the projection of Packer fans using like me or like someone that lives in Wisconsin of like, oh, you're obsessed. Kyle Wallace is like Bears fans are obsessed with Packers. Yeah, but like not as much in Chicago. Like the Bears fans here are surrounded by Packer fans. You have to live and breathe it every day. So, of course, it is part of our daily lives. So, it's going to be in our lives. So, of course, it is something that we are consuming and then fighting against regularly. In Chicago, the Packers are not in their daily lives. Like when the Bears play, like Philadelphia, they're not watching the Packers regular season game, hate watching that, and then watching the Bear game. Like playoff time, sure, they're going to root against it, just like Packer fans rooted against the Bears when they played the Eagles in the playoffs last. So, it's all the same. It's just you, by proximity, are surrounded by Bears fans who are extra annoyed by Packer fans because you're surrounded by Packer fans. It's not representative of like Bears fans in their natural habitat in Chicago.
No, I get
Another
that.
thing that annoys me about Packer fans.
I mean,
844-770-3776. What is the most annoying fan base right now? 61% of you say the Chicago Bears. Sadler chimed in with another conspiracy theory, which I enjoy this one. Bigfoot and Sasquatch are the same thing and real. On my camper,
they're not the same thing, but they're real.
What? On my camper, I have like a wheel cover for like the spare tire. It says it's okay. Bigfoot doesn't believe in you either. I like that one. Yes.
See, Bigfoot's from the west and Sasquatch is in the east.
It's like a Biggie Tupac thing.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Which you East Coast, West Coast?
I'm more of a Bigfoot fan than a Sasquatch guy.
All right. This is Rutledge Hamilton. We got Evan Cohen coming up this time, even though the show sheet says he was supposed to be on last segment.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Watch every show live and for free on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like Sportsman Bar and Grill, Chief's Tavern, Connie's Home Plate, and the Nitty Gritty in Middleton.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing, and it makes it comfortable for the life we live.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside and no drafts, it's a game changer.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. That's 5/31/2024.
Prairie Athletic Club is the ultimate destination for health, wellness, and crushing your goals. This is Sarah Tauscher. Say goodbye to post-workout aches and pains at the Pack's new Recovery Zone. With their assisted stretch and pneumatic boot sessions, you can get instant results, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your next workout. Don't believe it works? Give it a try. Stop in, stretch your body, and relax your mind at the Pack. Visit prairieathletic.com to learn more. Prairie Athletic Club, family, fun, community.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Since 1961, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business with 3 generations calling Stoughton home for over 60 years. To continue their growth and support for their local community, Stoughton Trailers is building a new corporate headquarters right here in Stoughton. This new HQ is designed to promote the physical, mental, and business health of Stoughton Trailers and its employees. Stoughton Trailers, looking forward to the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Stoughton Trailers, the best is yet to come.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Rutledge and Hamilton continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. I am Rutledge. He is Hamilton. We're presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
We are now joined by, Matt, I don't know if you know this person, but Evan Cohen is joining the show. You always ask who this is. So
yeah,
Evan Cohen hosts the morning show on ESPN
Owen.
Madison and Unsportsmanlike.
I've heard of him.
You want to say hello?
How's it going, Evan?
Good. How are you? Why do I have to get Taylor Swift, which I like, anti-hero, into Rutledge? That's awful. Matt, can't you make it better than that? Like, can't we just let Taylor Swift go and then have your Jim cut Taylor Swift off? That's brutal.
He really likes to cue it up to, like, the beat drop, and oftentimes that's also when the singer is trying to get it in. So Jim he's a thunder stealer is what he is.
It's also like my theme song for this. Like, I'm the anti-hero on the show. You're the hero. You're the one that capes for all things Wisconsin.
I mean, the guy who doesn't believe in weather is out here stealing thunder. It's just ironic to me.
You're just crushing it there, Matt Hamilton.
Wow, you know what, Matt? I didn't pick up on how cheesy of a joke that was, and I usually write cheesy jokes. That was really good. That was so bad I should use it.
I've been practicing. Thank you.
Matt is we've added a specific laugh for Matt Hamilton's bad jokes. And we use it multiple times a week here, Evan. But
I respect how Matt just always has the football in his hands during the show. I love that. I want to start doing that also as a former quarterback myself. Just saying.
Yeah, so
you want to share your
ballers just ball. You know.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep me occupied.
Evan, do you want to match war stories with Matt? Your great history of a quarterback and Matt's gold medal. Do you have anything that compares as your quarterback career there?
At least I don't have a barbed wire tattoo around my arm.
I don't either. It's an owl now, so.
You did.
I did.
I mean, that was always my comeback to Jim, like when he would give me crap because I was a terrible high school quarterback. I'm like, well, I don't have the barbed wire tattoo as if I'm Pam Anderson back in the day.
Yeah.
But, I was terrible. I was a terrible high school quarterback. Although I will say, and I threw 8 interceptions in one game, that is true. I will say my most positive moment as a quarterback ever in my life, there was a game in college at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, of course, where I went to school, where I wrote for the student newspaper, the Badger Herald, and they had a game every year where the Badger Herald played the Daily Cardinal, the other student newspaper. I mean, you want to talk Packers-Bears, that's nothing compared to the 2 student newspapers going at it. I had 6 touchdowns in one game once. No joke. But again, it's student newspaper versus student newspaper. So if you can walk straight without tripping, you're a star athlete in that regard.
I just love that Evan Cohen shares that story with Matt. Matt, do you have any cool stories from when you've been successful in sports? Anything that comes to mind?
I mean, nothing that compares to that.
That's impressive.
Matt never played in a student newspaper game. I mean, Olympics. Who cares?
Right. I mean, I didn't take any hits at the Olympics.
Serious. Have you read a newspaper, Matt Hamilton?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, mostly when I was trying to cut out the giant.
But that's not reading.
Well, I mean, I would peruse through the comics a little bit and maybe find an article I liked. For the most part, I was just going for the Sunday paper that had the color cut out of the Packer player. And went on the.
By the way, you guys just brought up something fascinating. I can't believe the irony of this. This is not a joke. The other day, I'm in my local deli in my town, and it's one of these delis that I'm not kidding. And I live in New York. It's one of these delis that has been open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 60 years. Never closed. Not kidding. Not during the pandemic. Not during a storm. Not during anything. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a cash only kind of place. So my son and I go in there. He's 10 years old. And there's a whole stack of newspapers. And he grabs a newspaper. And in that moment, I literally said to him, I said, have you ever held one of these before? Like, do you know what this is? And he goes, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, wow, because what Matt just said, and I know, Jim, you're ragging on him, rightfully so, but back in the day, I am old, although Jim is technically older than me, that the Sunday paper, was that a thing? You get the Sunday paper, you sit outside when it's nice weather, and you just sit there and read the sports, or in Matt's case with crayons, the Packer players. It's a lost art. It really is.
Yeah, I would imagine Kathy Hamilton, your mom, does she have cutouts? Like, the paper was still more of a thing than it is now, even when you won the gold medal a while ago. Does she cut anything out, keep it? Any keepsakes?
That was Grandma's move.
That was
Grandma's scrapbooks for me. So I got a nice newspaper clipping scrapbook from Grandma. It's got butterflies in it. It's a really good scrapbook sheet.
Somewhere Jason Wilde is like feeling like a spidey tingle of where we're like talking about newspapers and he is upset.
No, news is getting bad. I'm speaking, so he's not. Trust me.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton. We are joined by Evan Cohen. And Evan, look, you mentioned earlier you went to the University of Madison here and University of Wisconsin in Madison. You've been around Packer fans.
What you don't know the name of the school, the University of Madison? Did they change the name, Jim?
Yeah, they
what
did.
happened
Yeah.
to
I was
you?
trying to localize you, and I just went.
Sometimes I
just
like
forgot
to
to localize,
but you just made me graduate from a school that doesn't exist.
It's University of Madison here, right? Primetime.
Yeah, I went to Polk High. I scored 4 touchdowns in one game.
Do you know
Al Bundy and I. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sweet old reference there. I like that. I mean,
does Ryan know who Al Bundy is?
He played for the Bears.
But like seriously, do you know who Al Bundy is?
He was in an old sitcom. I can't remember which one.
Right.
What? Look, I watched Nick at Night like 10 years ago.
Do you think the majority of the Rutledge and Hamilton audience know who Al Bundy is?
Majority.
I would say majority.
No way. No way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 844-770-3776. Chime in. Do you know who Al Bundy is? I feel like we're going to get a lot of
Should we put that on the poll? Like, it will get...
Yeah, throw it up at Jim and Matt as well. Do you know who Al Bundy is?
Yeah.
Did you know who he was?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'm kind of with Ryan. I don't know the show, but I know he was a famous actor in sitcom.
Oh,
in a sitcom.
God.
Man.
Oh, my God.
Did he do the one that was Straight to the Moon?
What?
That's not his line.
Straight to the moon.
You're
What?
talking about the Honeymooners, which is from like the 50s.
You're right.
To the Moon, Alice.
Yeah.
I've
what I
never
was
seen
thinking.
that show in my life, and I
Who
know
is
what that is.
that?
That was man. I don't know that guy's name.
Whatever.
Jackie Gleason.
Gleason. I thought Al Bundy was.
You thought Al Bundy was Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
Al Bundy was in the show Modern Family as the grandfather in that.
Oh, that's
Well,
who that
Jim,
is?
you can't give it away.
Oh,
What are
yeah,
you doing?
I don't know. I didn't know who it was. So
The whole point is you're
Oh,
not supposed to actually say what it is.
True. I'm sorry. Matt was just driving me insane here. Just Jackie Gleason to Al
What,
Bundy.
you go to the University of Madison over
Yes,
there?
right.
I mean, I am a Packer fan, and I clearly drive a Bears fan insane.
That is true. So you went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, Evan, and you've been around Packer fans. Obviously, you got a lot of ties with our good friends at ESPN Chicago. You do the show nationally. Like, we're asking a question right now. We're leaving the Packers out of it because, look, nobody's going to vote for themselves. So, in your opinion, in your interactions, which fan base has the most annoying fans, Lions, Vikings, or Bears?
Lions, Vikings, or Bears. All right, let's break this down here. Can I just start? I know that you're leaving the Packers out of it. I want to just start with something. What I actually like about the Packers fans, and I know Wilde and Tausch don't necessarily agree with this. Neither does John Anderson as well. I know I've heard say this. Like, I like the entitlement that they actually have, as odd as that sounds. Like, and what I mean by that is the Packers fans are really smart. They understand when you have the best quarterback or one of the best quarterbacks in the sport for literally the better part of 30 years straight, you should win more than 2 Super Bowls. So, like, when some people are annoyed by the entitlement of Packers fans, I kind of love it because it indicates to me they get it. They understand that that is the most important position in all of sports. It is. And so when you should win more when you have that level of elite play at that position. But in terms of the most annoying, I'm going to live in the moment right now. Can the Lions fans pipe down a little bit? Like, seriously. Like, I understand how great the last couple of years have been. I totally understand that. You almost went to the Super Bowl last year. You have a head coach who plays dumb but is not dumb, right? Like, I get that whole shtick with Dan Campbell. But can we pipe down a little bit? Like, there's just an over-exaggeration, and I deal with it every day on our show, heard here on ESPN Madison, 5A to 9A, of course, on Sportsmanlike, like, the over-exaggeration of things. Lions, you're not the Chiefs. You're not the Patriots. Relax. Anthony Edwards, you're not Michael Jordan. Kyrie and Luka, you're not the greatest backcourt of all time. Let's relax on some of this stuff. And that's where I go back to the Packers when they have this, we have the greatest run of 30 years of quarterback play. You're right. They're actually right. They're not over-exaggerating that. And they should have more. So the Packer fan to me is not annoying. I know you left them out of the poll. I'd probably go with the Lions fan because win something first before you go crazy here. Will you please?
I really like the recency bias that you brought into this because as someone who had time here in Wisconsin, you're throwing all that out the window and you're like, what have you done for me lately? Or what have you done to me lately? And the Lions fans are the ones that get under your skin because of the last 2 years of success.
Right. Well, Matt, here's the thing. Like, I don't think Bears fans think they're winning the Super Bowl this year. I think Bears fans now think, well, I would hope they don't think they're winning the Super Bowl this year. I think Bears fans think and acknowledge for the first time in forever they may be competent. Like, that is a lot of, like, hypotheticals, right? And, like, almost. They may be competent. The Vikings fan is in this, like, we may have the best young core in football, but we may not. Like, let's see what J.J. McCarthy is. The Lions fan, I feel like, is planning a parade. Like, let's relax a little bit. My God.
You're not wrong. And with that big golf contract, like, why wouldn't they be excited?
Whoa. There's a difference between, like, they should be excited. I agree. Like, there's a lot of things, especially in comparison to the last however many years, the Lions fan has every right today to sit there and say, we're better than the Packers, we're better than the Bears, we're better than the Vikings. I get all of that. But, like, there's other steps along the way. You still would have to beat the Packers. I'm not sure you're going to this year. And if you do, you're going to have to beat the Niners. I'm not sure you're going to because you had a good moment last year against them. Like, there's still other steps to be taken. And am I crazy to think this year that the Packers take a step forward, the Bears take a step forward, and maybe the Lions take one step back? Like, is that ridiculous to think?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's ridiculous.
I know I went to the University of Madison. I may not be that smart, but
Great. I'm never living that one.
No,
though. That's
you are
very-
not.
That's fantastic.
No, you are not.
We are-
Afternoon drive host in Madison, Wisconsin, does not know the name of the university 10 minutes away from where he's sitting right now. That is remarkable.
Yeah, I just wasn't accepted into the university, so I've always just held a spot against it. So I'm just going to, misname it regularly. Evan Cohen joining us from Unsportsmanlike. You can hear him in the mornings here on ESPN Madison. Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you. Evan, I have this take, and I don't think it's too crazy, but some Packer fans are getting worked up on it. And David Kaplan from our friends at ESPN Chicago has wilder numbers for Caleb Williams. But I think Caleb Williams this season will be the first Bears quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards in the season and the first Bears quarterback to throw for 30 touchdowns in the season, which are not extraordinary numbers by today's NFL standards, especially with the weapons he has around him. Do you think I'm insane for that thought process here? Because I take a lot of grief for it.
Well, you brought up two angles there, like two different topics within the one. So let's break that down because it's interesting. So I was on with doing Greeny's show, I don't remember, a couple of weeks ago, and there was a Hembo who's on Greeny's show with him, brought up a trivia question about the current, I think it was the current quarterback with the most consecutive 3,000-yard seasons in the NFL. And I actually got it right, and I said former University of Wisconsin-Madison, not Madison, quarterback Russell Wilson. And one of the guys in the show, Cam, was one of the producers, like, wow, I didn't guess him because I thought he had a down year, like the last couple of years, whatever it is. And the realization came to the same realization you just came to, Jim, which is he had over 3,000 yards, which in the NFL today is considered somewhat of like a fine year. So I don't know what the math is on 4,000 yards for 17 games. I'm sure you've done it on an average, but it's not like overwhelming to think that. The 30 touchdowns, like, no, I don't. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Do I think it's out of the realm of possibility? No, because of what you said. When passing numbers are up and that high and the rules are catered for quarterbacks and wide receivers, by the way, as they should be, because it's the most entertaining part of the sport, like those numbers are not that absurd.
Matt.
I mean, first of all,
235 yards a game.
I said I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's not. What's the average per game, Jim?
235. Prime time with on top of that one.
Nailed
Take
it.
that for data.
No, I don't think it's absurd, but like to think that, and again, obviously there's going to be highs and lows. Like I'm kind of looking at it like if he goes through the season and gets, what is it, like 1.8 touchdowns a game and 235 yards, that does seem like a reasonable mark. But you've got a guy who's never played an NFL snap. Sure, he's got all the weapons, but let's not forget, and like you can call this what you will, the Bears do something to their quarterbacks that makes them play below their potential.
So that's your entry-level conspiracy theory. We're asking
it might
that,
be.
That is it? That it's just the Bears?
There is
bad
no
juju?
way one of the oldest franchise sports teams in all the land has never been able to land a quarterback that can play 235 and 1.8 touchdowns.
They haven't had the first overall pick, essentially, in modern football era. That could be part of it.
It might be part of it.
Go back for a second. So, Matt, everything you're saying, fair, right? You don't think you can average
100 years of bad quarterback play.
Oh, I know, but hold on. Let me just ask a question off of this. So, Jim, if you think that Caleb can do 235 and 1.8, right? So on average, 235 per game yards, 1.8 touchdowns, and Matt rightfully, I think, and fairly thinks no, he's not going to get to that. So let's use that as a baseline. How much better currently is Jordan Love than Caleb Williams? I would say a lot, because he has more experience, more years, more reps, et cetera, and he's also proved to be really good. So how many yards per game do we think, and Ryan, get ready with a calculator on this, please. How many yards per game do we think Jordan Love can have this year on average, roughly?
I would say like 265.
I think that's even high. I think especially with the Josh Jacobs signing, is we're going to be utilizing the running game a little bit differently than we did last year. Aaron Jones was hurt quite a bit.
The Bears have more proven weapons.
Forget the Bears.
I'm forgetting about the Bears. We're talking about the Packers.
If you're comparing it to Caleb, but if you're comparing it to Caleb, I don't think it's going to be dramatically different.
We're just comparing it to stats.
260.
Just stats alone. I think 240 is a fair number for Jordan Love, and I think it's going to be.
So put it at 250. Right?
Okay.
Split the difference with you guys. We're going to put it at 250. On average, how many touchdowns a game?
I think 2.
Yeah, I'll go with 2. Touchdowns to me are a little like to your point
Again.
on Jacobs, like those could be. I think last year Love got a lot of touchdowns because they didn't have the ability to get it into the
Right.
AJ Dillon was
For
not
sure.
the guy anymore, and like they just couldn't get it into the end zone, so Love had to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go
Okay,
with
so
2.
34 touchdown passes. And Ryan, how many yards is that? 250 times 17.
That'd be 4,250.
Okay. The answer then on the Caleb Williams question is no. He will not do that because when you put it in perspective with Jordan Love and how I'm looking at this is I believe Jordan Love at this moment is obviously significantly better than Caleb Williams. So if we're putting Jordan Love having, let's assume, an MVP-ish caliber season and complementing it better with the running game, as Matt, you just pointed out, and I agree with that point, you're putting him at over 4,200 yards and 34 touchdowns. That means, in essence, they're basically having the same season. No chance. No chance.
Even though C.J. Stroud viewed as a lesser prospect going to a worse team threw
Irrelevant.
for 4,000 yards.
Irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
Just because it can happen doesn't
Stroud
mean it
have anything
will.
to do with this?
What does Jordan Love have to do with the success of Caleb Williams?
Because they're playing the same teams.
Yeah, and it's a Packers show.
But he's
well,
using
that's
it.
the
But
second
also,
part I didn't
it's not a
want to say
Packers
out
show,
loud.
first of all. But second of all, it doesn't because
Thank
it's the
you,
Packers
Matt.
show doesn't make Caleb Williams worse. Like, what happens if Caleb Williams? I don't think it's out of the realm of
No, it
possibility.
means
He
we
looks
can
better
talk
than
about
Jordan
Jordan
Love.
Love is what he's saying, Jim.
But my point is, Jordan Love's stats are not a true comp to what Caleb Williams could do. It'd be C.J. Stroud, who's
No,
a
but
better
we're
quarterback.
saying, no, wait, Jim,
Yeah.
be fair, okay? In essence, they have the same schedule, right? They're playing
fair.
the same teams,
Mhm.
right? So you're saying against those teams, you expect Jordan Love to average 250 yards a game and 2 touchdowns per game. So basically, against the same teams, you think Caleb Williams, who's never played a snap in the NFL, is going to average 0.2 touchdowns less and 15 yards less per game in his rookie season?
Yeah, actually, I don't like. I think Jordan Love still has
Well, then,
plenty to
okay,
prove.
then do you think then who has a better shot at MVP this year, Jordan Love or Caleb Williams?
I'll go Jordan Love because those few little numbers.
Jim, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Because
Well, no,
Jordan
'cause
Love is supposed to do that. No, you then have to say it. Caleb Williams has a better chance of winning the MVP this year than Jordan Love. That is what you're saying.
But wins and
If you're
losses
saying their
factor into
numbers are
this, and I
comparable.
think the Packers will have more wins. Wins and losses is part of that as well. And I think Caleb might put up big numbers, but the Bears, because he's a rookie, might struggle to finish
How
off some
many
games.
wins for the Bears?
I have them at 9 wins.
And how many wins for the Packers?
I would say 11.
I had 11.
Okay, I think Caleb would have a better shot at MVP if those exact things happen. If they're 2-game separation, Bears are hovering around a wild card spot, and he puts up 30 touchdowns and has over 4,000 yards versus 34 and 4,200 for 2 more wins.
Yeah, but historically,
Caleb
you
has a
don't
better
give it
shot.
to the new guy anyways. They don't do that. They give it to the guy who's done it. It's a multi-year award, just like Pro Bowl and other things. You're just still going to give it to the guy with more wins who has done it another year.
Well, you either are majorly overselling Caleb Williams or majorly underselling Jordan Love.
I think they're closer than Packer fans want to admit.
Let's not forget, this guy has a degree from Boca Raton University.
And I rescued him. Let's be honest.
Matt, how long were you sitting on that?
Since Evan brought it up, I Googled where FAU was. Like the whole time, I'm like sitting on my hands like a kid who just wants to blurt something out, but has waiting for the right moment. Thanks to all the
You do have to
coaching.
wait for the right timing on that. That is
Yeah.
a very tricky spot because it's a good bit, but then when do you use it? That's
Mm-hmm.
a very tricky spot. You got to wait till we both kind of calm down. Timing was right on that. Well done, Jim.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit.
I did.
That's
And you
just good coaching.
Yeah, and
That's
you
just good radio coaching.
And you didn't butcher it either, which is even better. So I'm proud of you on that, Matt. We're going to let Evan go on that because you cannot go out on a higher note than what Matt just did right there.
I
Evan.
appreciate that, Jim. Thank you, Evan.
All right. Well, I'll come back next time. We'll break down the Houston Texans in Madison, Wisconsin.
Perfect. Thank you, Evan. Enjoy your degree from University of Madison. This is Rutledge Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
But it is Wednesday, guys. And the show sheet is right that we do have the High Life Dive Bar of the Week coming up.
Perfect.
So why don't we get caller number 5 for the High Life Dive Bar of the Week?
844-770-3776. 844-770-3776.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and two-time 2024 National Curling Champion Matt Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand. You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience by going to starionbank.com. Member FDIC.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Hunter Vaughn. The Big Ten Women's Rowing Championships were held this weekend at Devils Lake State Park. This was the first time that Wisconsin has hosted the regatta since 2019. The Badgers finished 6th out of 8 teams. Wisconsin's best boats of the day were the 2nd Varsity 8 and 3rd Varsity 4, who both finished in 4th place. You can catch a rebroadcast of the championship this Sunday, the 26th at 9:30 a.m. on the Big Ten Network.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Revive Restoration. Nobody plans for accidents to happen, but when they do, you can count on Revive to be professional, efficient, and detail-oriented as they make things right again. Revive Restoration.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin sports. Catch up on anything you missed on the Varsity Podcast on Wisconsin On Demand. Brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, shop local, part of the Madison community since 1973.
The Children's Theater of Madison is hosting Taste of Broadway at the Sylvie on June 1st. Jim Rutledge here for one night only. Enjoy a dinner theater experience for the whole family right here in Madison. Enjoy popular Broadway songs from shows like Beauty and the Beast, Hamilton, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and many more. All proceeds will benefit the Children's Theater of Madison and help them carry out their artistic, education, and access programs. Choose the ticket package right for you and your family at ctmtheater.org. That's ctmtheater.org.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, a special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Rick was at risk for a stroke, but now he's taking steps to reduce that risk. He checks his high blood pressure routinely to keep it under control. He exercises 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week to get his heart pumping. He also calls the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit line to help him manage his nicotine cravings. Did you know 80% of all strokes are preventable? Be like Rick and reduce your risk of stroke. Good job, Rick. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services Coverdale Stroke Program.
The High Life Dive Bar of the Week on Rutledge and Hamilton is brought to you by Miller High Life. Celebrate local dives with the champagne of beers. Miller High Life.
Our winner was Steve from Madison this week on the High Life Dive Bar of the Week.
Steve in Madison wins a case of High Life, and you can go get $2 High Life taps at Sportsman Bar and Grill in New Glarus. Yeah, that's right. There are a lot of Sportsman Bar and Grills, but the one in New Glarus is the best Sportsman Bar and Grill, and it is
because they got the $2 High Life right
exactly.
now.
I mean, that sounds perfect. And as I look at the photos of Sportsman Bar and Grill in New Glarus. They have like what looks like an amazing, and I mean this in a great way, like greasy bar burger with some bacon on it and some, I think it's like a mushroom Swiss with bacon is the way that I view it from the picture. But Matt Hamilton, have in their bar.
They got a
behind
classic tavern pizza, it looks like one of the photos.
But they have a stuffed bobcat or some sort of large cat and there's also an animal in that cat's mouth. And then they have dollar bills pinned up everywhere as well. So like
I always like the dollar bills on the wall.
Me too. And they have those like black chairs that like have a like kind of pleather, with all leather, and it's just again, dive
classic
bar.
dive bar vibe.
Yeah. So go check out Sportsman Bar and Grill in New Glarus and get yourself a $2 High Life and experience everything that a dive bar has to offer. 844-770-3776. We did have a few people chiming in as far as knowing who Al Bundy is. JJ and Poinette points out that his signature move was tucking a newspaper under the arm while heading to the bathroom. And Dave and Deerfield getting Al Bundy confused with Ted Bundy, I think on purpose there. And then Bill and Madison chimes in, married with children. Bill and Madison chiming in with who Al Bundy is. We're going to continue this conversation on the other side. This is Rutledge and Hamilton.
Hey, Wisconsin. It's your Green Bay football buddy John Kuhn here, reminding you to buckle up for safety whenever you get in your vehicle. Whether you're driving to work, school, shopping, or to catch the big game, remember, click it or ticket. Buckling up saves lives. Every trip, every time. Don't risk it, guys. It's not worth the ticket or the danger. Click it or ticket. 0 in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Brought to you by Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by ESPN Madison as your new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. It's a new season, new conference opponents, new radio home, but the same goal to win a national title. Listen to every match all season long, beginning this fall on 100.5 ESPN. Milwaukee Brewers falling in their final game of a 3-game series against the Marlins on Wednesday night. Miami's Jesus Luzardo threw 8 scoreless innings, only giving up 3 hits to the Brewer crew. Brewers starter Freddie Peralta almost matched him, pitching 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, only 4 hits, but he gave up a home run in the first inning, and that proved to be the deciding factor as the Brewers fell 1-0. The game was completed in less than 2 hours, and the Brewers going 1-2 against Miami this week. They'll continue their 9-game road trek out east with a 3-game series at Boston starting this Friday. Meanwhile, Packers OTAs continue up in Green Bay. Off-season workouts started earlier this week and will continue through June 6th. Head over to ESPNWisconsin.com for continuing coverage from Packers beat reporter Rob Domofsky. Second hour of Rutledge and Hamilton starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or MetroKiaofMadison.com.
You got the show.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton.
People like me.
That's some booty, Jim.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Everyone is so mean to me.
I am Jim Rutledge.
You never go full Rutledge. There's not a lot of things more satisfying than
announcing the Rutledge and Hamilton ticket here for 2024. We want to be presidents of sports, so we
Hamilton Rutledge ticket?
Just doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
They gotta play like DMX or something like. Woo, woo. You know what I mean?
It's not wolf.
He barks.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio with Matt Hamilton. Here's Jim Rutledge.
Thanks to Evan Cohen for joining the show. You can listen back Wisconsin on the Man, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places. I am Jim Rutledge. He is Matt Hamilton. This is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light. I realized I keep on forgetting this is my last show of the week.
Is that why you got that Friday energy right now?
I do. Who are you hosting with tomorrow?
TBD. It's not TBD. It's we're keeping it a surprise for everybody.
I maintain that I am the most irreplaceable host on the show because when I'm gone, Jesse's always scrambling to fill in for me.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
I mean, could you imagine 2 hours of just me
Oh, my God.
leading it?
I
Me and
guarantee
Ryan
that there's-
Wollersheim.
It'd be a lot of drops from Ryan Wollersheim, I'll tell you that.
You have a lot of drops? You don't like my hockeys?
What's that? I have a lot of hockeys. You'd get, if it was just Matt Hamilton, like, you'd just be putting hockeys in there just to pass the time.
What if just me and you did the show?
Oh, you mean creating hockeys?
Yeah, like you playing hockeys during the show because Matt doesn't. He needs someone to
rip
bounce.
off
Yeah,
of.
he needs
Yeah.
something to bounce off of you.
I can't be the lead. That's some booty, Jim.
But 8-4. So Matt Hamilton is hosting with someone tomorrow. Not me.
Yeah, and we're gonna leave you guys in the dark too. Just tune in tomorrow to find out who's gonna be my co-host.
I will be camping for the weekend there, so I'm camping.
I'm glad Camper Jim is back.
Me too. The camper is
He's
ready to go.
always got a story when he comes back from camping.
Yeah. Yes, I will have some sort of story. I'm sure.
Had to cut down a tree one time. He almost got gray water, like black water on him or something like that.
That is true. That is
There's
true.
always a good story. Something's grinding his gears when he gets back. Like, I love Camper Jim.
Yeah, because it is what? I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, and then come back on Monday. It's a lot of time.
Yeah,
in a
you'll
small
get into
space.
some debauchery for sure.
Absolutely. 844-770-3776 if you want to let us know your travel plans for the holiday. But shout out to Matt Hamilton working on the Friday before a holiday. That's grinder type stuff there, Matt Hamilton.
I like to go above and beyond for you guys.
So,
That's how I roll.
We did ask the question, do you know who Al Bundy is? And we've
I
established...
guess my answer is no, by the way.
We've established that. So my question is now I want to ask 844-770-3776. Do you know the actor's name who played Al Bundy? 844-770-3776.
I thought that was his name.
He was also in Modern Family as Jay Pritchett. He was in, he's Mr. Litwalk in Ralph Breaks the Internet and Wreck-It Ralph.
I mean, that's just the voice, though.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's different when you get to see an actor versus
yeah, but a lot of
just
times
hearing
their
him in a-
voices. He's Hank in Finding Dory, and that's another character in that. He's himself in the show Entourage for a couple episodes. So those are kind of, and then obviously he's Al Bundy in Married with Children. Those are kind of his biggest named things that he's done. But 844-770-3776. I don't have anything I can give you. We just have really strict rules here. But I just want to know if you know who he is. 844-770-3776. Because before Modern Family, like in between him being Al Bundy and Modern Family, and a little bit before that, he was the. You guys ever see the movie Little Giants?
Oh, yeah.
He's the Kevin O'Shea. He's the football coach during Little Giants. And he's also in the movie Wayne's World
He's
2.
coaching the Cowboys, right?
Yeah. So he's in a lot of things in around the same time that he is in Married with Children. But at that point, he's more of like that guy. Like, oh, that guy from Married with Children. He's just like, and he's not
See,
he's
for
not
me,
a star.
it's that guy from Modern Family.
And that, which is funny because Married with Children is, let's see here. What year were you born?
89.
So, I mean.
Yes, there's crossover, but like.
It wrapped up in 98.
Yeah, and I don't know if I was watching sitcoms, and I mean, I would see Seinfeld occasionally at that age, but my parents really didn't want to watch.
Yeah, but just in reruns, I would think that it would hit your rerun spot like perfectly. You're at that age when they start playing it back.
Modern
You'd probably be
Family
in
was
college.
pretty big, and it's like it's as when I was an adult.
No, I
you know
understand
what I mean?
that.
So that's why it resonates more.
And
that was just I don't want to be like Strofe and say that was like before my time, but it's kind of Strophy where I didn't go back and watch anything. I didn't watch that particular show because I thought it was old.
And I think I remember seeing it in college. I don't think I watched it. Like maybe my dad had it on once in a while when I was younger. But the first thing that pops up on his IMDb for known for is Married with Children, then Finding Dory, then Wreck-It Ralph, then Bone Collector. Modern Family not on there. But 844-770-3776. What is the actor's name? And you also can chime in with your favorite role.
Or have you Googled it?
I've just been sitting back here like this all day. I have no clue what's going on.
Obviously.
This was his move, though, right? So
is your hand in your pants?
Well, no, not in my pants, but I mean adjacent to them.
That was his move.
That's the only thing I know him from. I know that as a meme on Twitter. That's why I know
Did
who
you
Al
know
Bundy
that
is.
move, the Al Bundy move, where he put the hand he'd get home from work as a shoe salesman and put his hand like, not like in his pants, but like just like
tuck it into his like belt.
Yeah, and then sit down and watch TV.
It's comfy.
No, I did not know that. I guess I'm out of the loop.
844-770-3776. We do have someone who chimed in with the right one. He said Blue Chips. Patrick and Madison chimes in with, or Patrick and McFarland, chimes in with the movie Blue Chips. He does get the person's name, but I want people to continue to chime in. 844-770-3776. What is the actor's name who was most famous for Al Bundy? And, like, this guy's probably made a lot of money, and Jay Pritchett. So, to be a point, like,
right.
Al Bundy and Jay Pritchett, at a minimum, are pretty darn close to equals as far as, like, in the pantheon of sitcoms.
Yeah.
Like, they're both just different eras.
He's not quite as much of a main character as he was when he was Al Bundy and... Right?
True. Yeah, I mean,
like
he was the
main character.
Yeah, he was
in
the
that
main
show.
character.
I understand.
But he was, so it's 250 episodes of Modern Family, 260 episodes of Married with Children. So, I mean, he's a TV icon, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
to have
doubt.
2 shows run for that long, and nobody knows his name. One person knows his name right now. We got one person
Honestly,
chiming in
that's
with
the
it.
best kind of actor. The one that you don't know their name, but they're in everything, or they're in a lot of things.
Now
and
we're
they're
getting a lot
always
of people
good.
chiming in. I don't know if they looked it up on the IMDb or if they just happen to know it, but 844-770-3776. Rodney in Sun Prairie calling in. We'll let him be the one to answer it because we have a lot of people texting in. But Rodney, who am I talking about?
You're talking about Ed O'Neill.
Was that a bit? Were you planning on hanging up on our caller?
I was not at all. He must have just driven directly into like a bridge. I don't know what just happened.
Rodney, I hope you're all right.
Yeah,
I do
Rodney,
too.
hope you're okay. I straight up thought that was a bit, Ryan.
Same. Not a bit?
That was not a bit, even slightly. I'm not sure what just
Wow.
happened.
You couldn't have planned that any better.
Tell us you're okay.
Ed who? Ed who, Rodney? You gotta call me back.
844-770.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
76.
I hope Ed is too. I hope his seatbelt caught him. Whatever just happened.
Oh man.
Oh man.
He probably just face hung up on us. You know?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. His cheek hit the end button and it just cut us out.
Rob chiming in, not Rob and Madison, different Rob. He chimes in with this actor is also in Bone Collector with Angelina Jolie. That he does have a good role in that. And, hopefully, Primetime is laughing. Hopefully, this is Rodney and Rodney's alive and okay, or this is the paramedic calling in and telling us, "Hey, Rodney can't come to the phone right now." Which is it? Is it the paramedic telling us that Rodney's not available, or is Rodney available?
We got Rodney.
All right, Rodney. We did not reveal the name, so Rodney, why don't you go ahead and tell us again who you're calling in about, and tell us what happened also.
I don't know. All of a sudden it just dropped. It's Ed O'Neill.
Perfect. And do you have a favorite? What Ed O'Neill character is your favorite?
Oh, I love Al Bundy. He was a hell of a high school football player.
He was. I honestly, maybe this would be our follow-up question, and thanks for the call, Rodney, and thank you for calling back.
I feel
in
like
there.
that's like a Married with Kids inside joke. Did he reference his football career in that show?
See, I feel like this, Matt, is you missing it a little bit because the Polk High, like they sell Polk High T-shirts with the jersey number on it. Like he was the classic. Back in my day, I was a football star. He kind of started the meme for it. So like cultural significance, because I'm with you. I don't think I've seen a lot of Married with Children. I just know one, they did the open with the Frank Sinatra song "Love and Marriage." They did that for the open.
Right.
I believe it was. I think it took place maybe in Chicago. I think they did like some of the fountains in Chicago kind of happened during it as well.
Okay.
But then Christina Applegate got her start in that show, and so she kind of played like his daughter that stressed him out. And then, Kathy Siegel's gone on. She was in Futurama.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and she's gone on to do.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know.
And
who
she
you're
had that
talking about.
like there was so much like cultural like things that came from it. The Polk High 4 touchdowns and like being that guy, like that came from it. And then the Al and then Christina Al. There was just a lot that came from it. I don't really remember the show as much, just like you, but I just remember the things from the show. So Modern Family, and we're watching Modern Family as a family right now. It's my kids' favorite show. It's perfect, and they get a kick out of it, and that show is on point. And I usually don't watch sitcoms back, but that one has been a 10 out of 10 so far as watching it back and holding up. Because I do think like family stuff holds.
Yeah.
And the idea of family jokes are going to continue to kind of just be funny. But 844.
There's still some jokes in there that are for you that the kids don't pick up on.
Yes, there was one the other. I forgot what it was, but my kids were wondering what the joke was about. Some sort of joke about the meat factory. And Tanya and I laughed, and the girl's like, "Why is that funny?" And I said, "Well, that one's for mom and dad."
Yeah, right. Like here's the problem. It's not a good one if the kids are asking about the joke. You got to sneak it in so they don't even know they heard it.
We were laughing, so that was the problem. So like they're like, "Why are you laughing?" Yeah, so like it's one of those things. We're like, "Wait, are we supposed to find this funny?" And I was like, "No, you're not supposed to find it funny." The folks at Canopy Wealth Management take the time to we'd have to have a conversation if you found that funny. Take the time to truly get to know and understand the dynamics of your values, goals, and plans for your family. You define your goals. They work towards making them happen with their comprehensive financial planning. After all, no family fits your generic mold, neither should your financial plan. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial journey today. That's canopy-wealth.com. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bar of the Week. Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday, and we will let you know where you can enjoy $2 Miller High Lifes. To celebrate our love for dive bars, me and Matt are going to tell you about some of our favorites, featuring one extra special dive bar that will have $2 High Lifes on special for the week. Taste the champagne of beer in its natural environment. A delightfully different dive bar in Wisconsin, like Sportsman Bar and Grill, Chief's Tavern, Connie's Home Plate, and the Nitty Gritty in Middleton.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. Every week, Dennis Summerow and I talk all things area high school sports, and we talk to local athletes, coaches, administrators, and more. You can find full shows over on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania is also brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, Pasquale's Cantina, UW Credit Union, Stoughton Trailers, the GRB Academy, and Stoughton Health.
Steinhaffel's biggest Memorial Day sale ever is happening now. Your chance to save big on hundreds of closeouts and amazing bonus buys. Take an extra $100 off your furniture purchase of $19.99 or more. Spend $29.99 and get a free solo stove. Get all this and more for low monthly payments when you take advantage of Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing. The biggest Memorial Day sale ever, only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
What would you do if you didn't have knee pain? Golf more? Keep up with your grandkids?
Join Stoughton Health and Ortho Team Clinic's Dr. Ashish Raval, board certified in both orthopedic surgery and sports medicine, for an informative free online event Thursday, June 6th at 5:30 p.m. Dr. Raval will discuss how Conformis custom knee implants may be the solution to ending your knee pain. To register, go to stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Carbon World Health.
Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other.
Is Al Bundy that's what the theme song is here for the show Married with Children. Is he the greatest fictional television character as far as an athlete of all time? 844-770-3776. Is he the greatest fictional TV athlete of all time? 844-770-3776. Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you. Rutledge and Hamilton live from the Everlight Solar Studio. What do you think, Matt?
Fictional TV athlete.
Ted Danson in Cheers, but I don't think he was viewed as a good. I think he was a failed pitcher, and remember the irony of he was a recovering alcoholic working in a bar.
Right.
And I think the drinking put him out of the league, so I don't think that character would be there. But you can chime in 844-770-3776 if you have a different option. But fictional.
I mean, Jerry Seinfeld was the fastest kid in his class.
that is true.
Remember?
Yes. Prime, do you have any options here?
I can't think of any TV characters. What I always think of is the movie character Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Back when he's like, I throw it 600 yards.
You could throw a football clear over the mountains.
Clear over the mountains, yeah, exactly. I can't think of movie characters. There's not a lot of TV athletes, yeah.
Yeah, so I got ESPN.com pulled up here.
How long ago is this article from?
2019. The official ranking of the greatest fictional athletes in movie history. That won't give it to us. But let's just run it down. Who do you think... the bracket here, they kind of break it down. So baseball, give me some. 844-770-3776. I'll tell
Whoever
you if
Wild Thing was.
Yep, Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn on the list.
Ricky
All
Vaughn.
right, what else you got?
Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
That's number one on the list.
Nice, that's a good one.
So they kind of seeded this out as different players here. So this one, Amanda Wurlitzer from Bad News Bears. She was the girl pitcher in Bad News Bears, their best pitcher on the team.
Oh, I'm surprised. That movie's from 2009, right?
What about the Icebox?
But this is we're doing baseball first.
Oh, baseball
Icebox
first,
is football.
Gotcha, you're right.
So I'll just give you a couple other here so we're not sitting around. Roy Hobbs from The Natural. Do you guys know who that is?
I have seen. That's Robert Redford, right?
Yes.
Is the kid from where he can throw like that, the fastball?
Little Big League.
Little Big League, yeah.
No, you're thinking of Rookie of the Year. I just watched that movie.
I'm thinking of Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Henry
Rowan-Gardner.
Henry Rowan-Gardner, that's right.
Not on the list here.
Oh, what else? He could throw like a 100-mile-an-hour heater.
It's child, but yes. So here's the other ones. Dottie Hinson, League of Their Own.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Pedro Serrano from Major League. Willie Mays Hayes from Major League. Crash Davis from Bull Durham. Kevin Costner's character in Bull Durham. If you are a baseball or sports movie fan, Bull Durham should definitely be on your list. So basketball, you want to throw some names at me quick? 844.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. Not a bad guess.
Or Lola Bunny.
But no, because Air Bud is on the list.
Air Bud?
Okay.
Yeah, the dog.
I mean, does MJ qualify? He was in a movie about basketball.
MJ or LeBron, either of them?
No, they're not on the list.
Yeah, not LeBron. This is from 2019, remember?
That movie was horrendous, by the way, too.
That was. That was a terrible movie.
My kids were like,
Fair.
and they never want to turn anything off, but they're like, I don't like this.
Fair. Okay, that's fair. Basketball.
What was Shaq's character in
It's got to be
Neon Bodo on the list.
Neon Bodo. There we go.
There's got to be that kid that did all the high school musicals that played basketball.
Zac Efron.
But are those movies or shows? He's not on the list, though.
Those are movies.
All right, I'm going to keep it moving here. So I'll give you the name of the movie. You tell me if you can tell me who the character's name is. Try to make it a little easier. There's two characters from White Men Can't Jump.
Oh my God, what are their names? Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
Billy Hoyle and Sidney Dean.
There we go.
That's right. I mean, I wasn't going to get their character names.
Billy Hoyle should have got. We both should have gotten that, Matt.
Billy Hoyle's one that definitely sits out. Jimmy Chitwood from the Hoosiers.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen Hoosiers for so long.
And then Monica Wright from Love and Basketball. I saw that movie once. It's more of like a rom-com. But then here's the one, And nobody's going to get the name, but it's from the movie Teen Wolf. Do you remember the Teen Wolf? That might be the greatest basketball player of all time.
I know the actor. He was on SNL. He's on Ozark.
No, you are thinking of Teen Wolf 2. Michael J. Fox is the original Teen Wolf, and his name is Scott Howard.
Okay.
But Teen Wolf? Okay. That dude could ball. You want a movie?
Dude could ball.
I've seen the highlights from back in the day.
If you want to watch a stupid movie, Teen Wolf.
Original Teen Wolf?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but enjoyable. Like, stupid but fun.
The remake as a show is pretty good. MTV.
This is a weird category. Boxing and football together. So just give me the boxing names. Who would be on there?
Oh.
Just give me the boxing ones.
So it's fictional. So Rocky.
Yeah.
Ivan Drago, maybe?
Yep.
Apollo Creed?
Yep.
Is it just all the Rocky movies? All the characters from the Rocky movies?
Who is Clubber Lang?
Clubber Lang has to be on there.
No, what?
What other his son.
Yes.
Creed. Adonis Creed.
Yep. And then the last one here for the boxer side of it, Maggie Fitzgerald from $1 Million Baby.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
that's a sad
not
movie.
a good boxer anymore.
Can I guess a football player right away?
Sure.
Rod Tidwell from Jerry Maguire.
No, I'll give you the movies for these. Any given Sunday?
I don't know.
It is Willie Beeman. That was Jamie Foxx's character, the quarterback.
Oh, okay.
The Longest Yard, the original.
The original.
Who's played by
I was going to say
Burt Reynolds, who's actually a pretty
Reynolds.
good football player.
But, yeah, I was going to say Adam Sandler.
But no. But Burt Reynolds played ball at Florida State, blew out his knee, and then he became an actor. Paul Carew is the guy's name.
Oh, yeah, Paul Carew.
Not Paul Carew. Paul Carew.
Just Carew.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Rod Carew, Paul Carew.
That's right.
Yes.
Tell me the icebox is on there.
No, Forrest Gump was the other one in here.
I mean,
all right, this one's called Hockey and Everything Else. So Happy, I cannot give you the name of the movie without so Happy Gilmore's one of them.
Yeah.
And then there's one character from Mighty Ducks.
Oh, Conway.
Bad guy.
Oh, the bad guy, Gunnar Stahl.
Adam Banks.
Adam Banks. He wasn't he was still on the team.
He switched though. Remember, he started as the bad guy, switched.
Yeah.
So,
kind of fading Gunnar Stahl, if I do say so.
Then there's a NASCAR driver.
In a movie?
On the list.
What's a NASCAR movie?
I don't know.
What's the movie?
You're going to be very upset with
Ricky
yourself.
Bobby.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Who is the Karate Kid? Do you guys know the Karate?
Know the name?
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio. What was the character's name?
Danny LaRusso.
Danny LaRusso.
Danny LaRusso.
And then, Matt, you're the only one that has a shot at this one. Slapshot.
The Hanson brothers.
So this one's actually Reggie Dunlap.
Oh. No idea.
But weren't they more the enforcers?
Yeah, but so is Sean William Scott's character in Goon, but he was awesome.
So
that should be on there.
So we have people chiming in with other names here. Jesus Shuttlesworth was a name. Tony Danza from Who's the Boss, former professional baseball player. Then you have, gosh, we had a lot in here. Then Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Did I say that one? We had Mark Wahlberg and boxer. Bobby Boucher from
Mark Wahlberg also in Invincible. Football movie?
Yes.
Also in the movie The Fighter.
That was based off a true character.
Who is the character from the Underdogs movie?
Underdogs movie?
It was during the lockout, and they had all the
replacements.
The replacements.
Yes.
Who was the quarterback?
Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think
What
of his
was
name.
his character?
That's good.
He was a legend.
I don't know off the top of my head here. I'm going to read the talk text line still. Then we had someone chimed in. Oh, Uncle Rico. AC and Tosa chimed in with Uncle Rico.
That's what started this whole thing. Was Prime out there saying that Uncle Rico was the one that jumped into his head for characters that were the best athletes that,
You know who movies. Uncle Rico is not better than, though? Shane Falco in The Replacements. Keanu Reeves.
Shane
Falco.
Right.
I've seen that movie once. That might be the cheesiest sports movie I have ever seen.
Oh, my gosh. It's so bad.
I couldn't believe
it.
Which one?
The Replacements.
The Replacements.
Yeah,
with Gene Hackman.
But I enjoyed it.
The kicker who was the Scottish soccer player with all the bets.
Yeah, so 3-2 chimed in with Shane Falco. Shane Falco.
Falco, yes. Yeah. It does look a lot like Flacco.
You know what? Speaking of Keanu Reeves, he was also in a movie I was really good, but if you haven't watched it, don't watch it. Hardball.
Oh, that's where he coaches Little League, right?
Yeah. It just is going to make you cry. So don't watch it. But great movie. So only watch it if you want to cry.
Oh,
That's what I'll give you.
Like
with
$1
that
million
one.
baby
Just
type
skip
movie?
past the first 20
Worse.
minutes, and then you can watch it.
Worse?
No, it's the end.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Worse.
It's okay. Jeez.
It's a movie about children.
Oh, man.
So, yes.
Well, I mean, the other one's about $1 million baby. Come on, Ryan. That's your the moment.
Yeah, no, that's on me. I was queuing down the NFL music, had to cue it back up.
All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to throw some stones next.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Need more of Judgmental Jim? Subscribe to the Rutledge and Hamilton podcast, presented by Revive Restoration, wherever you get your podcasts.
Jim Rutledge here, and I want to tell you about the Bruce Company, Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. They'll help you elevate your outdoor living space like they have for me. Exceptional craftsmanship, all the latest styles, colors, and durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. From deep seating to dining, pick your set and the Bruce Company will customize it to fit your style. Visit their furniture showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Lowe's knows every project starts with the right tools and equipment. And during Craftsman Days, you can save big on what you need from a brand you trust. Get a free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select Battery 2-pack. Plus, save $50 on a V20 string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit. Now only $99. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 5/29 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, it's Alex Stroh. Summer's coming quick. You better celebrate it right with my friends from Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in Door County. Talk about classic. How about that green bottle of gin? The multiple-time award-winning single malt whiskey. And when it comes to Door County, you can't leave out the cherry-flavored vodka. Find them all at a retailer near you or check out their website with a huge list of unique cocktail recipes at DoorCountyDistillery.com. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
for you, Matt Hamilton.
I love jokes.
Did you hear about the banker who left her job?
No.
Yeah, she lost interest.
That's a good dad joke. I like that.
This is from the book, no pun intended, and Matt Hamilton is going to get a kick out of these. So as we try to bring in comedians, and I chickened out with Jay Farrow, I should have asked him to read well, I kind of forgot about it, but it would have been great if Jay would have done different jokes like in his impersonation voices. So I missed out on that one. But I think anytime we have anyone in, I don't know if it'll be me reading the joke to them, but otherwise, like you were talking about icebreakers, like I think this can be a good icebreaker. Like we can come in with some puns.
Is it better if we like pre-record it, you doing it, and then we can play it for them and be like, here you go. Kind of like easy way into the show?
Yeah, if you like record it in the booth before it starts.
Takes
you
away
can
all
do
the
it all real
nervousness?
cheesy, and then Ryan will have it. Yeah, then if
Produce
you're
it
nervous
up?
around him, you just hit a button.
Why can't I read it?
Because you said you got nervous around Jay Farrow.
No,
like we could already have it, and it wouldn't matter if you were
I
nervous.
wasn't saying, no, I didn't get nervous. I got Jay's in here. I got caught up in that, nervous in that. I forgot to get the book. Like, I didn't look at the book. Like, so I was retroactive of, like, I should have done this because we had
Sorry,
mentioned
guys.
it after.
You missed out on all the jokes that I drop every single day on this show that Jim's got in a book.
Yes.
I'll put it on the Daily
All right,
Primer
before
from
we
now
get to throwing stones. Yes, that's actually great.
There we go.
You know I'm like Ron Burgundy at this point. So when you tell me Evan Cohen's joining segment 2, then I believe Evan Cohen's
Fair
joining
enough.
segment 2. All right.
Fair enough.
Let's get out to Banger in Defo. I like this little slang here. He's got an Ed O'Neill fact for us. What's going on, Banger?
Hey, not much. Love the show.
Appreciate it.
Hey, I was watching a Sirius bio on Ed O'Neill, and he tried out for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think it was in like the middle 70s. I think the guy was born like in the middle 50s.
I mean,
True story.
He's built like a lineman. He's still huge.
He is. And I think he got flattened by somebody. I don't know if it was Franco Harris, but he knew he wasn't going to make it. But he did get a tryout, but he just wasn't big enough, strong enough, fast enough, you know. But, yeah, I heard, and it was straight up.
Yeah, so actually, you can stay in line for this. O'Neill was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1969 under rookie head coach Chuck Noll, but was cut in training camp, having to compete with fellow rookie defensive linemen Mean Joe Green and L.C. Greenwood for a roster spot.
Okay.
Wow, tough competition.
Yeah, so you were dead on there. He went to he got a scholarship to play football at Ohio University. Then he transferred to Youngstown. He transferred to Youngstown State, and that's where he wrapped up his college career. And then got a tryout with the Steelers.
That's pretty cool.
I thought I'd share that little nugget with you.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Banger. That was awesome.
Yeah. All right. Hey.
Thanks for the call. All right, let's throw some stones. We're in that word.
The guys think they have the answers to everything.
I'm the best there is.
People like me. So it's time to put them to the test.
That's some booty, Jim.
You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Go ahead, Jim.
Prime. Someone's very mad in our talk and text line at Tony Smith. Can you let them know that that's not on our station? That's the Milwaukee station.
I will do that after
I think
the
they're
end of
about
this
3
segment.
texts in about Tony Smith. So
all right, well,
now they're
Tony's
just essentially yelling at clouds.
Well,
we can't do anything about it here.
It is throwing stones, so it is fitting. But guys, we do know that sticks and stones may break our bones, and just like I do, Banger maybe didn't have the best smoothness, the best aura coming out of that phone call, but
you're like butter.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's go and transition seamlessly like butter into topic on Jim's favorite podcast.
Butter.
Jim's favorite podcast.
What do you think it is?
Jim's favorite podcast? The Joe Rogan Experience.
Correct. No.
I listen to the Rewatchables a lot. What is this
Come
podcast?
on, the one we talk about all the time here? The
New
Thanalysis
Heights?
podcast?
Thanalysis.
No, yes. So Tony
Yes,
Cartagena
that one.
was on
Absolutely.
KBN earlier today talking about one of the topics they're going to have on the Thanalysis podcast, which they're recording tonight with an unnamed celebrity boxer. Guys, why don't you go ahead and listen to Tony on KBN earlier today.
Is the phone number in the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line, as Tony has the Thanalysis show. He's recording with a fighter, and they do an animal fact segment in which tonight will be about animal fights you'd want to see.
We got some great ones.
We have some
man.
great ones
Young
that have come
Nation.
in.
So good.
Hippo versus rhino, scorpion rattlesnake, killer whale great white. I love the grizzly bear versus the gorilla.
So Ben Bruss left us hanging there. So guys, what would be the one that you'd want to see if you had to see an animal fight? Two random animals, could be ones that actually meet each other in the wild, ones that would never see each other in the wild. I know I'm putting you on the spot a little bit here, but Matt, what do you got?
I don't know. I mean, if you want to see a good heavyweight bout, I think the hippo rhino. I mean, I do think the rhino is the heavy favorite with that horn. Like, that's going to win. But I think some more docile animals would be fun, like a giraffe versus...
Hitting their necks together?
Yeah, I mean, those things, they can
swing that neck around, yeah.
Versus like a gorilla.
Giraffe gorilla.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, the giraffe, I think, has the advantage, but the gorilla probably knows how to use tools. Might be able to throw some things. I
Could
don't
just
know.
climb up like, King Kong, Empire State
Yeah,
Building style?
I don't know. I think some of the more lesser-known ones would be a fun.
Jim, what do you got?
A salamander versus an axolotl.
What's the second one there?
I can't pronounce it wrong. Axolotl?
I'll look that up while Jim's giving his
Google
response.
that one.
So I had gorilla written down as one of mine, but to mix it up, first of all, unquestioned, I want to see a kangaroo fight, because if you've
Those
seen
things
some
look
of it,
jacked in those
right,
videos.
and those they bring it. So I'm gonna go kangaroo versus and obviously you're gonna have to kind of cage this in a little bit, a horse, because like a horse, like if they're kicking. Like, you get one, it's like a Mike Tyson sort of thing. One kick, that kangaroo is probably out. But can it get the kick landed? So I think, that could be a good fight, a kangaroo versus a horse.
I'll do an emu versus an ostrich, and you have to decide which one won when it was done. You had to, identify which bird it was.
Okay, now that saved it. Because I was going to say, that's crocodile alligator. That's the same thing.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Come on, one's...
Large, flightless bird now.
True story. This is a thing. My daughter has multiple books. She loves to bring them home from the library of who would win in a fight, animal style.
Wow, that's a book at the library?
Yeah, there's
I
did it like a
book.
bracket. It was like an alligator versus a shark.
We should do that bracket. I love brackets. We can do an animal bracket on the show.
Is that like the Spike TV section of of the library?
Yeah,
like Deadliest Warrior?
Yeah, yeah.
Deadliest Animal?
I guess so.
Okay.
You telling me you never watched that show?
Oh, I did. It was great.
It was great.
What fighter would you want to hear on the analysis?
Oh.
Just one fighter.
I mean,
Have you said boxer?
It's good boxer, yes.
Tyson Fury I think is a good one, especially coming off a loss.
You can
right
just drop. You had me at Tyson.
I mean, Mike Tyson would be great.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all I care. We got a fight coming up. Maybe you got Mike Tyson.
Well, they had Jake Paul on already,
Ugh.
so I'm wondering if that's what they're doing.
If it's Tyson, I am locked in.
Yeah. Tyson would be pretty cool. All right, guys. New rule apparently coming out in the NFL. It sounds like the NFL
Ooh, I
planning.
like this. I think I know where you're going with it. Go ahead.
The NFL likely getting rid of the chain gang on the sidelines. Now we know that the chain gang, human error, has led to some of the greater memes in NFL history. Gene Steratore going out there with the index card to try and see if it's a first down. Chain gang tripping over themselves. Chains getting caught on the sidelines because the chain gang's not athletic enough to get them untangled. So, guys, I want to ask you, do you feel like this is more of the shift towards just robot umps in sports? And do you like that? Or do you like having the human error and umpires, judges in sports? Jim, I'll start with you.
Get rid of this. I think the more you can, it's not even specific. Well, one, these are just people. These aren't trained people.
They're just like dads.
Right. So that's one part of it. And the NFL, even on the official side of it, I wish the NFL take the money you save from not having to pay these people and pay more for the officials. So it's either go all in and pay these officials a certain amount of money. If you want the umpires in baseball to be out on the bases, I'm fine with that and to kind of help be someone in the game to make sure things are moving along fine. But a strike zone that would be all computer, great. The out of bounds, you see it in tennis, hey, you step out of bounds, it just lights up, great. First down markers, you just clearly know. I don't see the case against it. And then that way you're taking so much off the plate of the officials that maybe they can really focus on some of the more the calls that are a little bit more about that will involve human error, but they're more interpretive.
Yeah, I'm all for bringing computers in. They should have a chip on the point of the football so they can see when it crosses the plane. I think a computerized strike zone would change baseball for the better. People do talk about the human error in baseball. The whole thing behind these challenges that you see in football and sometimes baseball and other sports is because there was a wrong call made. That wrong call can be completely negated. You don't need a challenge if you have a computer making that call for you. Even tennis, they have the umpire. They have to review whether they think that ball was in or out. Like, the ump makes the official call, and if they think they're wrong, they have to use a challenge for it. Get rid of the challenge and just have all of it computerized. I cannot think of one reason outside of a purist saying, well, that's part of the game. Like, that is the most cop-out answer I've ever heard. And if you don't like that, come find me. ESPN Madison Studios.
All right.
Next 15 minutes.
Yeah, big man, Matt Hamilton.
Yeah.
All right,
Get here
guys.
quick.
Last question I got for you. It's about two other big men. Now, we know that the NBA on TNT is likely coming to an end after next season, as TNT is likely going to lose the rights to the NBA to NBC. But TNT and HBO Max did acquire 2 college football playoff games. They licensed them from ESPN in the new expanded college football playoff format. So, guys, I want to ask you, because TNT doesn't have any football crews. In fact, they're actually going to use the ESPN broadcast on these, but they could have their own studio shows, their own halftime, pregame, postgame. Now, guys, I would want to ask, who do you think would be a better football analyst, Charles Barkley or Shaquille O'Neal? Matt, I'll start with you.
I like Shaquille O'Neal. I think he is hilarious. Like, Charles Barkley is good. Don't get me wrong, but Shaq is... he's like his own thing. He's become a brand, bigger, like a larger brand than Chuck has. So I think Shaq. I mean, one, he was a better basketball player.
Yeah.
Right, and you can make the argument. But two, the guy, what he's been able to do as far as advertising and just keeping himself relevant is incredible. So when you couple that with the caliber player he was, and then what he does off the field, which is just hilarious jokes, oftentimes at Chuck's expense, I think you'd have to get them both. They're a good duo.
Together, they'd be amazing. But if you had to pick one, Jim?
Yeah, if you're picking just one, it's Barkley, because I think Shaq needs Barkley. I think Barkley kind of makes it go, and Shaq is at his best reacting to Barkley. So if you're really doing it, it would be Barkley. I did see someone
get someone to be a Barkley.
I did see someone joke about how I don't think you can repeat Barkley. You could find a Shaq.
Somebody could set up Shaq.
I think you're overestimating Shaq, but I love Barkley, and also I'm been a Barkley stan forever because he's been a character from the days he played in the NBA. He was just always funny. I did see someone put out a joke that basically Charles Barkley breaking down college football would be like, hey, you got to go get one of those big women from San Antonio because he always likes to take shots at San Antonio and put them on the line for Alabama. Because he loves to take shots at the city of San Antonio. So I'll say this separately. I hope somehow, because it looks like ESPN will be the other one with the rights to this, and I don't think NBC would pick up Barkley. Follow the Pat McAfee side of things. Sounds like Ernie Johnson might be on his way out. He might be retiring anyways. He kind of thought within a year. So bring Barkley and Shaq to ESPN and keep the inside the NBA team together as much as you possibly can.
That is the best solution, yes. Now, we know that Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, both incredible characters. And we had 2 incredible characters answering today on Throwing Stones. But, Matt Hamilton, you introduced me to a new character in my life. Axolotl versus salamanders. I looked it up, guys. Go find an axolotl. It looks like a Pokemon. I can't imagine those 2 things fighting in a cage, out on the beach, whatever it is. It would be the most adorable fight to the death of all time.
It would be, and that was the winning move. I felt it as I threw it in late, even though I totally butchered the name. It was worth it because I'm a winner.
You are a winner. You can go be a winner at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Over $1 million in jackpots that last weekend alone at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Over $50 million in jackpots this year alone. Go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. I'm going to say on the other side who I think not only the worst type of sports fan is, but maybe some of the worst people alive. I'll share that on the other side. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Watch every show live and for free on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
The second annual ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is coming soon, and you can swing into the fun. Molly Brown here. Join us on Monday, August 5th at Bishops Bay Country Club and help raise money for the Miracle League of Dane County. Purchase a whole sponsorship, and you'll help provide adaptive equipment, uniforms, and a safe, inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Interested? Email ESPN Madison Sales at goodkarmabrands.com. Sponsor a hole, donate, and make dreams come true with the Miracle League of Dane County, because every child deserves the chance to play ball.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison's financial challenges need a Dane County-based bank. Starion Bank is a full-service community bank that delivers quality big bank services with a local approach. We are proud to be there for any budding entrepreneur or small businesses, helping them exceed their financial goals from banking to lending to cash management. Visit a banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, taking you farther.
Ever since the beginning in 1961, Stoughton Trailers has played a part in helping their local communities of Stoughton, Evansville, and Broadhead hit a home run off the field. At Stoughton Trailers, it's not just about the products, but how their team can make a difference in their communities. Proudly supporting local blood drives, United Way, participating in Sit and to Buy in Stoughton, and sponsoring our local youth and high school sports. Stoughton Trailers, looking forward to the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Stoughton Trailers, the best is yet to come.
Calling all athletes, Total Athlete Performance is here to take your game to the next level. Join them with summer speed camps available in both Verona and DeForest. Maximize your speed gains with intense acceleration-focused work, as well as max velocity and top-end speed training. Their trainers will tailor a weight room program specific to you with force velocity profiling. Plus, with data tracking and video analysis, you'll get to watch your progress firsthand. Visit tapwisconsin.com for more information. That's tapwisconsin.com.
Transform your home with Ridgetop Exteriors. With over 22 years of service excellence, we specialize in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutters. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Find your trusted, local, affordable partner here at Ridgetop Exteriors.
Jim Rutledge here, and I want to tell you about the Bruce Company, Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. They'll help you elevate your outdoor living space like they have for me. Exceptional craftsmanship, all the latest styles, colors, and durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. From deep seating to dining, pick your set and the Bruce Company will customize it to fit your style. Visit their furniture showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone can call or text 988 or chat via 988wisconsin.org to get connected to a trained Lifeline counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you are concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Welcome back to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
He's coming out, 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 he's coming out. It's there.
I teased it going to break here, and now we are going to reveal who I think the worst type of sports fan is. And I would also say maybe some of the worst people around, 844-770-3776. Before that, though, we do have AC and Tosa chiming in with Ram versus Bow or Moose or Deer. So that was one that he had there. Cow is what he meant. Sorry. Asterisk later.
First bow.
I was going to say, is that just hunting? Like,
well, I tell you for sure.
I'm reading
Bo
these
wins.
as we go along here. And then Tommy T in Madison chimes in. Yeah, a giraffe kick can literally turn a human into two pieces on contact. So that would be.
Yeah, I was aware. Drafts are gnarly.
It's like a sad story or something. Or?
No. I mean,
A lot of nature documentaries.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So the worst type of people is this, right? I thought literally was thinking that in my head.
Get out of my brain!
Mine too, as well. But the worst type of people is the one I've seen multiple videos. Is now one. I think it was like Brooks Koepka was trying to give a golf ball to a kid and like toss it to a kid. And
that was DeChambeau.
So then the kid reached and grabbed it, and an adult grabbed it and took it, and then tried to take off, like with the golf ball. And then there's one on my timeline now of someone at a baseball game. A player tosses the ball to a kid. The kid doesn't catch it. It rolls under his seat, and an adult picks it up and gives it to his girlfriend, and she keeps it. Like, what do we do? I'm sorry. What are we doing here? One, if it's given to a kid, you definitely cannot be stealing it. That's we all can agree that. I don't know what goes through someone's mind. I don't know anyone like this. I would honestly, I don't know if I could be if I was with someone they did that, I'd be I don't know if I could be friends with you anymore. What are we doing here?
I need this game baseball.
Were you never a kid? That ball is worth 1 billion times more to that kid than it will ever be from you because it's so as a kid everything is just bigger. And so that was one part of it. I don't know if I could. Prime, do you think if you were at a game and you were with a friend that did that, are you friends with that person anymore?
If you were at a game and some player tried to give you a ball and Jim took it from you, how upset would you be?
I would say, I'll make sure to save this for throwing stones next week. No, I think if I saw somebody I knew doing that, I would definitely think less of them. There's no way you can't. In fact,
you'd say something.
I don't know how
I would say something.
Yeah.
This has to be on the Rutledge and Hamilton 2024 ticket.
Yes.
This is another
Add
rule.
it to the rule.
Clearly.
Because here's the other part, and this might be a little more controversial. I'm sorry, if you catch a ball near a kid, you gotta give it to them.
Especially if they look at you.
Yeah.
I kind of have a personal experience as a child. Now, when I was a young child, I still had no aura or swag back then as well.
Yeah.
And I actually was one of those kids who went to minor league baseball games, would play on my old DS Game Boy video game, playing Pokemon.
Okay.
That's why I like the Axolotl so much, Jim.
Yeah.
It brought up some core memories for me. One of the core memories was I was playing this video game, and there's a foul ball that was hit backwards towards home plate, and was heading directly for my face as I sat there, sucked into my Game Boy. Not paying attention at all. Some stranger leaps out, knocks it down with their bare hand, and saves it. Now, I, being the kid, run up and go grab it, and immediately I'm like, you have to have this.
Okay,
I cannot
good for you, yeah.
Even as a child, I was like, I can't give this, I can't take this after you just saved my face. Literally saved my face.
If the kid's giving it back to you, that's great. And it is tough for, I get it, I have kids, and they're not, they would think it's neat, but, if I caught a ball, at the same time, they'll be just as happy, with whatever I bring home. Because even in that moment, I think it's still probably more selfish for you, even for trying to bring it home for your kid. Because most of the time, if I went to the ballpark gift store and bought a ball to bring home for them, they'd be just as happy.
Right.
If my kids are there, obviously you give it to your own kids. But if you're at a game, no matter what, you just have to eat it as an adult. It's part of being an adult. You just have to be that's what it is. I mean, if you take a hockey puck off the brain,
hold on. What
Hamilton, then you can keep it.
What if you were that person that caught Shohei Ohtani's first home run? Obviously you can't give it away, but
if there's kids around,
what if it's a potentially real memorabilia item?
Man, I think those are the breaks, right? Now, hopefully that kid's parents are no, I know better. You keep that.
Yeah, hopefully. Or they see the dollar signs.
You have to rely on. Then I guess in that case, maybe you buy a ball.
Yeah.
Hey. But again, if you're taking it from the kid, yeah, you take the L. If you catch it and it's clean, maybe that's the one exception. But I like it on the rules. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Bye, Camping Jim.
Presented by Coors Light.
See ya.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service